in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So TCU's offense will take the field first. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him, but David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week, you can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
And now on second down for this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Bailey. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
The Horned Frogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Dropping back, it's Hoover. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Simple call, excellent execution moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
Fires to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
To the wideout. Next up, 9. Second down.
The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
It's not not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage, run the quarterback sneak, get the first down.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the counter. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man on the right. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Sets up the screen. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Houston's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who's threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Moves up to the 34-yard line, giving him a 10-yard pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. He finds a soft spot in the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Broussard. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking to throw. First down. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
On third down, he drops to throw. Plucks it out of the air.
The pass to the receiver on third down was complete. Marked out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
TCU.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And the gamble pays off. Down in tight in the red zone. You go for it on 4th and short. You pick up the first down, and now you've got your whole playbook at your disposal. This offense, they're thinking 6 points.
The Cougars are threatening on 1st and goal. Was to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sidelines. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Offense just not able to get it clicking down here in the red zone. That's 3 straight incompletions, trying to fit the football into tight windows, but the timing not there, and now it sets up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out. This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And I think that completion is as good as a 1st down, right? Because you set yourself up now in 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive alive.
Trying to move the change. Houston comes to the line on 4th down. They're trying to slam it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they get the ball deep in enemy territory, and they pay it off with a 5-yard drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Snagged out of the air. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Ezukama. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Second down coming up.
After that last completion, it's second down. They just keep firing. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. Allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. To the air, it's Wegman. That's caught, it's Thomas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And that defense has to feel like it just played about as close to a perfect first half as it can play. And who am I to argue? I mean, check out that scoreboard. Bone-crushing hits and an airtight secondary. Feels like they have 12, 13 dudes out there against that offense, which needs a real pick-me-up and fast. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in the cage in Southeast Texas.
The Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Makes the grab on the left. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the first down.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way in deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a 3rd and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
Houston will be forced to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Got a man. It's McAllister. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Hoover. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on 2nd down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Kick is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Broussard. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off, and even if you're playing man-to-man, you just got to get him on the ground and try to disrupt him some way.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. At the 45 on his way. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
Dropping back, it's Wegman. Gets it out fast. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
They'll run play action. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go right back to this guy on second and goal. Touchdown, Houston! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown for the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, the ground game. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's first and 10 again. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Horned Frogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Takes the handoff. It's Payne. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Caught over the middle, it's Barnes. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
To the air on 2nd down. Soft spot in the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Power football with the run. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down. timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. Looking for room, it's Barnes. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. They're celebrating on the sideline after taking the lead, but still time on the clock. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Quickly out to the tight end. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball.
Man, that clock is ticking, so we've got to make sure I understand if I don't get the 1st down, I got to get out of bounds. I think he should have got out of bounds to stop this clock. This offense, they got to hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and start running some plays.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Pulls it in. It's Connors. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down.
And that's the 1st down.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together.
Brings up 2nd down.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.